What's up, guys? XSR Detroit here. Another motovlog. So if you watched the last one, I don't even know what the fuck this is. I was riding through the tunnel of trees through a bit of rain. That was yesterday, and some stuff did go down. So basically what had happened was after I got through the tunnel of trees, at the end of the video, I pulled into a spot called the Legs Inn. It's funny I ended up there because I stopped at a bar earlier that day and I was chatting with some locals, and they said, oh, when you get through the tail of trees, stop at the Legs Inn. Well, I did stop because I really didn't have a choice. The rain started getting really bad. A thunderstorm was passing through. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to stop. I need to wait it out. Hopefully it calms down. I was about a half hour away from my hotel, so it wasn't too far, but I just wanted to make sure. Basically what ended up happening is I waited there a couple hours. It wasn't really getting any better, and it was getting dark, so I was worried because I had my mirrored visor on that I wouldn't be able to see much, because all of these places I've been to are in BFE. There's no street lights, there's nobody out there, there's no houses, you're just driving through the woods basically. So I'm like, I don't have a choice at this point, I need to try and get to the hotel. So I'm riding through. It was the worst I've ever ridden through in my entire life. You know, I've been through bad storms before, but not for as long as I was trying to get back to the hotel room. And basically what had happened is my phone got wet. So I put it in the pocket of my rain gear and to run my GPS, but then the GPS wouldn't work. So I had to keep stopping and look at the map to try to figure out how to get to the hotel. So it was just very hectic. I was pulling over, you know, every 5 minutes or so just to make sure that I was going in the right direction. So what ended up happening is the charge port on my phone must have gotten wet or something, because it was like it was getting hot to the touch. The phone was like heating up really bad. And then I looked at the charge cable itself, and there was like burn marks inside of it. So I stopped charging it, and I realized my phone is basically going to be bricked. I can't charge it. So once the battery runs out, it's dead. And that is what ended up happening. Luckily, I got to save a lot of the photos and some backup files that I would need for a new phone, so it wasn't that bad. But at the same time, I was in a situation where soon I wasn't going to have GPS, I wasn't going to have anything. Luckily, I was able to get back to the hotel. Everything was fine. I was safe. But I'm like, shit, what am I going to do? So the plan was to drive across the bridge into the Upper Peninsula, and I was just going to explore. I was going to spend the whole day riding around. I was going to go wherever I wanted to, because I figured, well, I have a GPS, so no matter where I go, I'll be okay. But now I don't have my GPS or my phone or anything. So I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, should I continue with the trip? Should I go up north? Should I do all this stuff? And I opted out. I think I'm going to head back home because it kind of ruined stuff. You know, I mean, of course I could grab a map and just like navigate the way back home. And obviously it's not hard to get back from the Upper Peninsula to the Lower Peninsula and straight shot to Detroit. It's like it's I-75. It's a straight shot. But that kind of took away. I wanted to roam around the boonies. I wanted to find some dirt roads and explore that. So, and the thing is too, because the area is so secluded, there isn't a lot of people. If something bad did happen, I would have no way of contacting anyone. You know, say I went down or anything that could have happened, I would have had no means of communication to get help. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this trip as a learning lesson and head home. I'm going to have to order a new phone, which I guess the timing is convenient. I was going to get a new phone anyway, but it does kind of suck for the next couple days. But hey, man, it is what it is. I'm just glad that nothing bad happened. When I was riding through that storm, it was very sketchy. It was dark. I could barely see through my visor. My safety glasses were fogging up. And this is a weird comforting thing, there was somebody behind me for a decent amount of the trip, and I was like, well, if I do go down, at least somebody will see me go down, so there's something. I mean, I guess if that's a comforting thought, I mean, that's not a good situation to be in. But luckily, everything worked out. I'm safe. Worst thing that happened is my phone died. So you know what? no big deal. This wasn't going to be a big trip anyway. It's just a quick weekend thing, the last hurrah for the season. But if anything, I feel like I learned a lot on this trip. I learned that I definitely need to pack my clear visor for my helmet at all times for stuff like this, because that would have been very helpful. It's nice to be able to see when you're riding your motorcycle. So yeah, some of these puddles I was going through during the storm were insane. I would hit, so I was going like 35 because I didn't want to go any faster than that, and I would hit these deep puddles that would slow the bike down. It's a kind of a miracle that I didn't go down, but and the water would splash way all over my boots and everything. My clothes are still a little wet, but it's not bad. The rain gear, I gotta say, did hold up really nice. My pants and my jacket were completely dry, but like my gloves got soaked and my hood got soaked, so I'm a little moist right now, but that's okay, because it's not that cold out, so I'm just gonna deal with it. If anything, it's gonna be kind of like a boring trip home, you know. I don't have my Bluetooth music or whatever for my phone, but you know what? That's totally fine. I woke up this morning, I packed up my bag. It's a bummer, you know. I would have liked to stay another day and explore, but I just think this is probably the safest option for now. So I'm gonna hop on the bike. We're gonna head home. It's a straight shot down 75. What's not to like? If I get lost, then I deserve to be lost. Bike's gassed up. We're ready to go. You know, all things considered, I'm still happy to be on the bike. I'm not, you know, it's a bummer, but it is what it is, man. It could have gone so much worse. It could have been a lot worse. A busted phone is really not a big deal at all, considering what could have happened. You know, not injured. Feel good. I'm on the bike again today. And that's good. Any day you're on the bike's a good day. In my opinion, at least. 4-hour trip home. It's not bad. I hope it doesn't rain. If it rains, it is what it is, though. Yeah, rain gear really saved my ass on this trip, but I was watching the weather before I left yesterday. I knew I was going to get rained on at some point, so I just put my rain pants on right off the bat and then left my rain jacket in my backpack. So I knew shit was going down, but that's okay. You get rained on. But motorcycles aren't about being comfortable all the time, you know? It's about you're in the elements, which means you're gonna get wet. Or, you know, something. You're out here. You're out here. And that's part of the deal. And that's what I like about it, too. Motorcycles aren't about being comfortable. It's about experiencing the world around you as you're traveling. And riding motorcycles is still, I think, my favorite way to travel, because you have to think about a lot of things. You have to pack the right gear. You shouldn't pack too much. You got to pack the right amount of stuff. But taking these little trips has really helped me as far as like deciding what to bring, what not to bring, you know, stuff that I'm gonna need, stuff that I don't need. So I feel like these little test trips and everything are just it'll be good for next year when I go on some bigger rides, and that way I'll be more prepared. But overall, I still really like this bike for taking these kinds of trips. Like, for instance, I've got about a 4-hour trip home, you know, which isn't too bad at all. The rubber pegs have helped quite a bit. The seat is a big upgrade. So I feel comfortable, you know. Would I call the XSR a touring bike? Like, absolutely not. And there's no windshield options, so you're gonna be facing the wind, but I kinda like that. It's a stripped down bike, so you're not gonna get all the creature comforts of like a touring bike, which is cool though. I like it. Yeah, I think this windscreen doesn't really do anything. It looks cool though. I like the look, but I don't think it does anything. But yeah, hands are already cold. Oh yeah, definitely something I realize I'm gonna buy is some USB powered heated gloves, and I might even go as far as to get heated grips installed. I've been debating that. I think that would be really nice to have. That would be really nice to have right now. But I definitely need some warmer, maybe waterproof gloves, because I've ridden in the rain in these Dainazis a couple times. They're great gloves, but they're perforated and they're made, you know, for airflow, so they don't stay dry at all. So, gloves, definitely. Maybe a heated hoodie would be nice. But yeah, I'm not putting the bike away until I think maybe November, so I'm going to be dealing with some cold weather no matter what. And then it'll be build time. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that a lot. But yeah. Yeah, so that's how the trip went. Not much to report. I was hoping to show you guys like a lot of video footage that I would take up north where it's just absolutely beautiful. I didn't film much yesterday because it was raining on and off, and I didn't want to like, my GoPro setup for my helmet isn't waterproof the way I have it set up, so I didn't want to have to, you know, deal with like my stuff breaking. And by the time I did start filming, it was raining anyway, so it is what it is. But yeah, man, Michigan's absolutely beautiful. I guess I'm just gonna have to come back and film some more stuff for you guys to show you. I love it up here, man. I really, really do. I feel like I've grown to appreciate coming up north a lot more in the last 5 years. It's just a nice escape. It's not too far, but it just feels different from what I'm used to. I mean, I live in the burbs, and it's just, it's different. It's slower. People are really nice out here. You just don't have to worry about stuff the way you do back where I live. But I'm excited to be home, you know. I'm gonna throw my stuff in the dryer. I'm gonna apparently buy a new phone, and I'm gonna hang out with my cats. That'll make me feel better. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's motovlog. Thank you for checking out. As always, please subscribe, comment, like, you know, all that stuff. I'll catch you next time. You guys gotta ride fast. You gotta ride naked. You gotta wear your helmet. Alright, see you in the next one.